Well, good morning, everybody. We are now driving through Phoenix, Arizona. Actually, just north of Phoenix. We just checked out of our motel, the La Quinta Inn on Thomas Road. I'd skip that one if I were you.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. Didn't really have. We were so late getting there last night. Didn't really have time to do a full review. But it was a non-smoking room. Yet the bathtub ledge had cigarette burns all over it. Had a smell to it. Just
older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the bed was comfortable enough. That's really what we were there for. We got there at 11 o'clock, a little bit after 11 last night. We're leaving out early this morning. But yeah, next time in Phoenix, I'm going to do something else. But we are headed up to Sedona, Arizona. Now, it looks like a sunny valley, or sunny skies down here in the valley right now. I think it's called Sun Valley, or Valley of the Sun anyway, so I didn't have it wrong. But in Sedona, it's supposed to be a little bit different weather. It's supposed to be rainy, maybe some snow on the higher ridges, and by the time we get to Flagstaff, it's supposed to be some snow. So we're going to see some weather variations today. So our goal, we don't know for sure if we're going to change our plans or not. Our goal is to do Sedona and the Grand Canyon today. Depending on the weather at the Grand Canyon, I'm not going to pay the entrance fee into the park only to not be able to see the canyon if it's in the fog or rainy or bad. So we're going to try to call ahead of time once we get closer to that time. So anyway, that's the plan today. We're heading up through just north of Phoenix now on Interstate 17 North, and kind of, if you didn't see mountains around you, you'd think you was in Florida because of all the palm trees lining the road.
There's some big ones right over here.
Yeah.
I just saw.
And hopefully get some beautiful scenery today if the weather cooperates. So we'll be back on shortly. Alright, still riding up Interstate 17 out of Phoenix and coming up on some hills with some of the saguaro cactuses dotting the hillside, especially over here to the left. I think turn the dash cam over that way. I hope that's picking those up. Pretty cool cactuses.
They are pretty neat to see. When you think of the desert, you think of those types of cactus.
Yes, sir. You do. Or yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Alright. Not sure if y'all can see that. We got a lot of hot air balloons out there in the sky over the mountains. Can't see those on the screen, but I'm sure the camera is getting them. Let's see, I can miss them. Looks like probably 8 or 10 at least. Tell you what, there's an exit. Yeah, tell you what, I'm going to exit off right here.
Get one that's beside hopefully over here.
Huh?
Are you looking at maybe stopping?
Well, you want a picture, but I just got to see what's off this exit. There's a little pull off, maybe. She wants her picture beside a cactus.
I'm going to go put my arm around it.
Well, you do that.
Not really.
There is the lucky cactus that Shaughnessy is going to have her picture made with. And Shaughnessy has made her a friend. Stand up against that thing. Is it sharp?
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking about on The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy picks an apple in the tree branch, slaps it out of her hand. I'd laugh if that thing reached down and grab you right now.
Yeah,
Pick you up.
This thing's so tall, I'm looking at it and the clouds are moving. It looks like it's coming back towards me. I'm thinking I'd move out of the way.
Let's see how sharp that thing is.
Be real careful.
I am. Oh yeah, yeah. You don't want to give that thing a big bear hug, do you?
But look, do they shed?
You're asking the wrong person. Yeah, we don't have cactuses back home like that, so I don't know if they shed or don't shed. Way out in the distance by that really tall jagged mountain is another hot air balloon. Okay, now I'm assuming that's a small saguaro cactus just because the pattern of the prickles is the same. It just hasn't grown yet. But if there's a botanist out there or a cactus expert that knows what this is, it's a cactus obviously of some sort. No. And this right here, if you know what these are and can identify them, leave us a comment. But these cactuses are a pretty neat thing to see. Some of them, I thought those things only had 2 or 3 arms. We've seen some with 8 or 10 arms on them.
Yeah, it was like, really looked like kind of almost like a mess, but it was pretty neat to see.
Yeah. We just don't see these back in western North Carolina.
I wonder if something eats these, because there's actually looks like bite marks.
Just about everything has a predator of some sort. Most things do.
Wow.
So probably. I think I've read you can actually eat a cactus to stay alive because there's like water inside of it.
I have heard that before too, yeah.
I'm starting to remember now why I liked Arizona. I really enjoyed it when we came out here years ago. I had just gotten out of Duke University from cancer treatments, and we came out here a couple of weeks later, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I loved Arizona.
It's like out here, it's so different from at home, and yeah, I'm loving it too. It's so different. But you think people from out here, when they come to our place, you know, to the Smoky Mountains, look at, you know, they love.
Yeah, they're in awe of all the trees we have.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thankful where we live, and I think it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing like the Smokies. Nothing will ever top that, but it's good to see something, you know, new once in a while. And it's been, like I say, 23 years since we've been out here. Now, we've been to Colorado since then, and we went to Dallas, Texas a couple of years back, and of course flew into there yesterday. I don't know the difference between a butte and a mesa, so if anybody can help me on that, that may be a mesa. You know, out here out west, you hear both butte and mesa, and I honestly don't know which one is which. I know they both involve something like flat on top and like rises up off the valley floor.
Table Mesa Road.
Okay, so that's
that
a
was
mesa.
Probably a mesa there.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's Table Mesa right there.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Kind of has that shape.
The weather's still looking good. It is increasing cloud cover, but we're supposed to hit some rain in Sedona. We're praying that we don't. Because if we don't get to Sedona and Grand Canyon, are 2 of the reasons we came out here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there are some clouds over these higher mountains. Those are 2 of the reasons we came out here. And we wanted to do it today, but if the weather's going to be nasty, we're going to try to come back.
Yeah, we're going to see it.
Yeah, we're going to see it one way or the other. We are actually going to ride through Sedona today, but if the views aren't good, we're going to come back on our last day. But we did drive down to Phoenix a couple of times and back up. Oh yeah, it gets beautiful as you get towards Flagstaff. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome state. So here in a little bit, we're going to get on highway, off the top of my head, I believe it's 179 up to Sedona. It's going to be a little bit yet. Just enjoying this on the way. Got some lone cactuses up there on the top of the hill. And we're still just an elevation of just over 2,000 feet. So I think the cactuses start thinning out about 3,000, 3,500 feet. That's about the last you see of them. We got stopped back off the road and that was a real nice one there. You see one you want to stop at?
No, I got a good one. I think you know.
Now, folks, I feel sorry for this guy in front of me, but I thought it was going to be me. I wasn't aware of how fast I was going. Actually, the speed limit is 75, and I actually was not doing over that. But
I just saw.
I wasn't. He's parked on the side of the road, and I wasn't aware of how fast I was going. You know, your first impulse when you see a cop, and I have all the respect in the world for policemen.
Oh yeah.
I really do. But your first impulse is not to say, "Hey man, how you doing? How's it going today?" Your first impulse is to do 2 things: hit your brakes, and then look and see how fast you're going. So I was within the speed limit, but then he pulled out, honestly, right as I went by him.
I know. I was like, look out.
Yeah, I was looking in the rearview mirror. I wasn't about to record. If I get a ticket, she'd probably want me to. But I thought he started coming up fast. I thought, oh no. And wasn't me. So
feel sorry for them, but thankfully it wasn't.
That gets your blood flowing early.
It
right
does. There. Wakes you up real good.
Yeah. And again, I appreciate law enforcement officers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's another thing about these western states. Our maximum speed limit anywhere at home back east is 70, and out here is 75. And I've heard there's some places that are 80, but I haven't seen one yet. I've been hoping to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would think last night in New Mexico when it was just.
Oh yeah, people's doing it. I mean, We would do like 75, 77.
When it
People
was-
would be zooming by us.
Yeah, when it was 75, I think I topped 80 just a couple of times. But yeah, people were flying by me. I thought, it's dark. I'm not familiar with these roads. I'd rather be safe and just do speed.
Now that sign back there said to turn off your air conditioner for the next 5 miles so it don't overheat, so your car don't overheat. So apparently we're going to gain some elevation here.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of signs out here that we don't see at home. Dust storm warnings. They come in like sets. There's like 4 signs. They'll tell you what they want you to do during a dust storm.
Pull off the side of the road, take your foot off the brake,
turn your engine off. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
understand about take your foot off the brake. I didn't understand that part.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's just because it gets on the road and makes it slick. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, we weren't sure, didn't see any signs.
Back home we have like snow and ice warning signs. We don't have dust storm warning signs.
I just love that.
What? The majestic scenery?
Yes.
Well, let's see if we can get a little bit of it. This is what she's talking about.
As we went by, it said our speed 71. I said,
My speed's 61.
maybe it's
right
the
at
person
it.
behind me.
I don't think I could do 71 of this vehicle. Yeah, it had to be them.
And they did pass us, so.
Yeah, I'm doing about 62 now. We are now at an elevation of 2,736 feet. That's still not as high as I thought we'd be by now. It's getting cloudier.
It is that.
I think Sedona is well over 4,000 feet, maybe 5.
Look, well, how'd you say everywhere? I don't see no cactuses. Well, there's
Yeah.
down there at the bottom.
There's still a few. I was just guessing when I said 3,500 feet. That was memory of last time. There's still some of this hill up here.
Okay.
So probably about 3,000 feet.
Just look how low these clouds are, like right over here.
Yeah, I know. That's so they don't obstruct our view. Still on Interstate 17. Looking for the Sedona exit to be coming up fairly soon, but wanted to turn the dash cam back on. We got some amazing scenery right here. We're coming off of a ridge down into a valley. Where's that bottle of water here?
Right there, yeah.
Speaking of bottles of water, I got to tell y'all what Shaughnessy blew at the airport yesterday morning in Charlotte. Y'all remember Charlie Brown cartoons, how Linus is with his blanket? Well, that's how she is a bottle of water.
I'm always thirsty. I always have water.
Always has to have water with her. She doesn't feel complete. So anyway, we don't fly much, and that was the first time we'd flown in over 20 years. So she asked me if she could take bottled water onto the plane. I told her not to try it. I said, I don't think you can. Probably bring it in from the outside. Maybe if you buy it in the airport, I don't know. I didn't know, so I said, just, get your drink before we get on. So I told her not to try to take bottled water on the plane, which she tries to anyway.
Well, no, see, I had stuck one in my coat pocket, because I thought, well, before we go through security, I'll drink it. Well,
forgot.
I had it in there, drank some of it, but forgot it was in there, so we're going through
So we get, TSA security. You got to take your shoes off, anything metal, everything out of your pockets.
Yeah, so we're like stripping almost completely down, putting everything in these bags.
You might have been. I wasn't stripping.
Not
I was
really.
not.
So anyway, and bottled water hits the floor, and I think he says, you can't take bottled water in there. It's like, drink your water or throw it away or whatever.
No, he said that. He says you either gotta down it or toss it.
So I pick it up.
So it's all this stuff's in trays. There's multiple trays. So she grabs a bottle of water, starts chugging it.
And I thought it was on the floor because I thought it fell out of my jacket.
Yeah. Kind of find out it wasn't even her water.
Yeah, after I'm done drinking it, I noticed it was a Food Line brand water. I said, this ain't my water.
So she chugged somebody else's water down. And
mine was still in my jacket.
So now, y'all pray she didn't get anything for doing that.
I was like praying, Lord, I did this stupid, please don't let me get sick.
Yeah, I look up through there. I'd say that's where we're going to be going, through that canyon.
Oh, yeah.
For Sedona. But, so Shaughnessy, if you're in the airport, and if Shaughnessy's in the same airport, you want to hold on to your water, because she will drink it right out from under you.
Yeah, because when I said it out loud, he's over here making a face, and the other guy, he's like, oh, that's funny. I'm thinking, no,
I couldn't have stood it. I would have had to brush my teeth right then and there.
Oh, I had to go to a water fountain and swish my mouth several times and just pray that person just ain't sick.
or that they brushed their teeth recently, or that they practiced toothbrushing.
Yeah, I don't know. El Paso is neat. This is neat. It's just like
Yeah, since we got off the plane, it's been neat. We didn't really get to spend any time in Dallas because we were just at the airport for 2.5 hours. But we've been to Dallas.
Yeah.
We actually like Dallas. We had to go out in 2017. Reunion Towers, I must see if you're out there. The Fort Worth Stockyards is another must see.
Oh, definitely.
If you want something that's Old West feel, go to the Fort Worth Stockyards.
Hopefully we'll be able to do that again sometime.
Yeah, a lot of neat souvenir shops, restaurants, good restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're walking the street of a historic western town.
We didn't have like a lot of time because we were there basically just a long weekend.
Yeah,
You know,
we
for
got to see
healing.
our son off.
But yeah, it would be somewhere definitely to go back and explore a little further.
But yeah, El Paso was something else. I wish we'd had more time there, but we didn't. Because once we landed in El Paso in 8, we had a 430-mile drive to Phoenix last night. Okay, we are finally coming up on our exit for Highway 179 north to Sedona. I was just looking up that direction and saw a big lightning bolt, and it looks like there's going to be some rain. So hopefully we won't get drenched or struck by lightning today. But we are going to ride up through there and just hope that we get some breaks in the weather and get some good scenery, some good video. Not just for our enjoyment, but to share with all of y'all.